Kasorkar jela kasantrik uno apra arhajar arpulai iasoi daka community accord bat ki borshnong rengkat kinong ilam niam kumshi benta ban pen kop bor bat banikun pyrshah drugs hapok project drug rehabilitation elimination and action mission neka dream ha ke program dream and build ke bala penlong dak tenat social welfare kasorkar jela house sotham auditorium. Ya kene ke community accord la soi ha kejingan lang menteri rangba ke jela ukonrat kongkal sangma menteri ketenat social welfare uba apo lengdo ka menteri ketenat kakot gakhya dr ampurin lengdo director general ki pulet dr lr bishnoi kinong ilam shnong kinong ilam niam bat kiwe habakran ha kejingalang menteri rangba ke jela ukonrat kongkal sangma uloong bagi samla ke jela kidai ke spa aba ke jela bat kari ban genteu kayok kokot bat day namar kene bak sorkar ke lek banura ki program ke bagi samla ki hak bandot benta ban kentuk bagi kamel akai katem kaput ka sengkam sengjam nang bagian nak ban kenon kami kesap jengki hekikam ke batai bat ban ngop drugs. Habakran halor ke build program menteri rangba ulong baka megalaya kadon ya kebor sen syar shnong ke baklan bha bat kinong ilam shnong kishim ke benta ke bakrau bha ke emlang salang ha kishnong ki thau bat ha ke bayadai bat drugs kidor bar shnong ki dai ke bakong san bha omtang ban pendo yu drugs ndai ban ajing yarap ru ya kinong di bagen lat no no jing di wasniu bat ban la ban penlong ya ke dream mission ke bajop. Nagaliang menteri ketenat social welfare uba apo lengdo ulong bak sorkar kelele kat bala ban pendu ojat yu drugs na kejela. Ulepen pau kejing kublai kerpang yiki seng tremon ngobha ki seng niam bat kidor bar shnong bela kejing kersha na kejing kon pyrshah yu drugs. Hagani ke program ke sorkar kela ajing yarap kasong pisa bahan berulak tengka syaka maulai tahun dorbar ban penyaj yaki rehabilitation camp balabut ke dorbar kaban penselur giwei ke dorbar shnong bakin shimlang ya kejuk senjam hakal leng kijaka haka jela.
Menace traditionally has been an economy, what we all call in economics as an extractive economy. An extractive economy is an economy that works based on extracting and using its resources. We sell our resources and we grow our economy. It is not sustainable in nature. And hence, the world across and countries across are moving towards what we call a regenerative economy, where we allow our resources to regenerate and we don't depend on our extractive resources to build our economy. But apart from this greatest resource of time, one of the more important resources for any nation is its youth. So no matter what resource we have, whether it's coal or limestone, these are all extractive economies and they will perish in days and years to come. And hence, it is only our youth. And that's why Israel is a great model. Singapore is a great model of economies which have been able to regenerate, basing their policy on the youth, which is, as I said, one of the greatest resources we have. So having said that, what are we trying to do out here? What we as a government are trying to do is take care of this greatest resource that we have. And that's the reason why in the past 6 years, our policies have been broken up into 2-3 multiple sectors, or you can say, divisions or systems that we try to create. The first is, we have what we call a stakeholder approach. It's not about drug abuse alone. It's not about entrepreneurship alone. It's not about music alone. It's not about education alone. It is about the youth at the center of our policy on this stakeholder approach. And the stakeholder is the youth, and how do we put in different aspects of the youth to have a more holistic policy to push what is important for our youth. we're going to have the Meghalaya Games coming up. So the Meghalaya Games, I'm sorry, I'm going to take a bit more time, but the Meghalaya Games that we're going to have is going to be very different from the earlier Meghalaya Games. We learn as we move along. So number one, it's going to be held in Tura this year. Number two, apart from being just the Meghalaya Games, I have asked the sports department to have traditional sports of the Khasis, the Jaintiyas and the Garos to also be part of the discipline. So let our youth go into the old tribal sports that we used to have. Let there be one or two disciplines so that our youth are reminded that the tribals have always been linked to sports. So you will find disciplines in the local sports also being part of this program. We will also have a program where the youth who are going to go to the different parts of the state, they will be taken to experience the culture of those regions. So there will be tourism outings after the games, of course, and they will be allowed to mix around with the different youths in the different parts of the state, and we hope that that will bring up a much more positive environment overall. Another thing we're going to do with the sports, with the Meghalaya Games, which is the reason why I'm mentioning this now, is that we wanted to connect to Fit India program also, which means that we would want every athlete, the 3,000 athletes who are going to perform or who are going to compete there, to also talk about our indigenous food, for example. So what is healthy for us that grows here? Let us promote that. The vegetables or the fruits that we have. Apart from that, the dream program will be connected to Meghalaya Games. So I would want that each athlete, when they go, they should become our ambassadors for drug-free Meghalaya.